everybody. What's going on? Jonathan here with the local Turo Host. Wanted to make this video about my thoughts if Turo is worth it, right? I've been getting a lot of comments and a lot of things. Well, you're not making enough money, or, earnings isn't profitability, or, just wait until your car gets totaled, or it's a big headache and, people don't take care of your cars and, it's such a hassle. It's not worth it. Turo's a scam. Honestly, these are just people who have opinions and, rightly so. They have gotten, experiences that have led to them having these beliefs and these opinions. But to be honest, is like, if you have the right mindset, understand what you're getting into, understand that this is a business that you're starting, and with every business comes risk. Turo happens to be offer a lot of protection plans. So understanding what those protection plans are, understanding what your exposure, just in case something does go wrong, which a lot of times things do go wrong, right? Whether it's a nick on your car, a ding here and there, your rims getting scratched up, a tire having a hole in the sidewall of the tire, right? There's, or just, somebody totaling your car, right? There's a lot of things that can go wrong. Absolutely. But if you're going to be afraid of what's going to go wrong and it stops you from even trying, right, then you really shouldn't be in the business of Turo hosting. In reality, you're allowing this fear of things to go wrong to control your actions. So ultimately, yeah, it definitely is a work, and especially when you're starting out, you have no reviews, you have no history of bookings, you have no reputation on the platform, right? You're dealing with some sketchy kind of I don't know if that's the right word, but some questionable kind of renters, right? Where they may or may not take good care of the car. But at the end of the day, you got to realize, why are you in the business of Turo? Why are you touring? Why are you hosting your car on Turo? If you're hosting your primary vehicle on Turo, you should stop. You should stop right now. It's not a place, I believe, in personal opinion, right, that you should host your primary vehicle on, unless you don't even need the vehicle in the first place, right? If you're living in the city and you just subway and, travel around with Uber and all these sort of things, then sure. If you don't need the vehicle at all, by all means, you can host it. But, if you do need the vehicle, and your car gets totaled and it's your primary vehicle or source of transportation, then you're really sort of SOL. You really just sort of put yourself in that risk by doing it. So, I only got started in Turo. Well, actually, my story is interesting. I started Uber, I started these gig economy kind of just making money, right? Just I need cash and I need to make some money, right? And so what did I do? I have a car. I have a license. I could drive. I drive for Uber. And I was like, okay, well, while I'm driving for Uber, could I use my second car to make money off of? I have my primary vehicle, which I'm driving. I'm making money on myself driving. But I have the second car that's just sitting there, that's maintained and, all these sort of things. It's not making anything. If anything, it's costing me money on insurance to not be driven, cost me money on maintenance here and there to not drive it. We only took it on road trips. So I was like, well, we could make some little bit extra money. Every little bit counts, at the end of the day. But you should not go into the business of Turo if you're trying to finance 5 or 10 different fleet cars and just grow your business so quickly and exponentially grow your business to a massive fleet on your own. Get some exposure, get some experience. And that's what I've done, right? At the local Turo Host, we're just, I provide some content here on this channel about those people who are interested in figuring out, well, hey, what is Turo? Is Turo worth it? Is Turo like a place that I can make some primary income, or is it really just side income, right? Or should I go full fledged into Turo like off the day one, or what can I do, right? And my suggestion to that is really, at least from my opinion, like start small. Like if you have an extra car, or if you have access to a car, or if your friend has a car, right, that'll let you Turo the car. Like be very clear with the terms of service as Turo, but at the same time, like you can absolutely make money with it, but that also comes with risk, right? You can't make money without a little bit of risk, right? And it's really, what is the risk? You're making money. You're covering your car. If you have a car payment, you might be covering your car payment. You're covering your insurance. Your car is getting driven. As long as it's not getting wrecked, you should be okay. And if it does get wrecked, or if it does have like any issues, I've gone through the Turo claim process so many times now. Like it's extremely stressful, first of all, to go through for the first time. But then once you start doing it, once every trip sort of like, it's like, well, this is a horror story. This is another horror story and another horror story. But then wait, I'm starting to get like good trips. I'm starting to get like good people renting my car, and like new people, and like the reviews start compounding. Your reputation on the platform starts getting up there, and you can start reducing your discounts. You can start increasing your margins, right? In the beginning, like you're not really making a lot, but that doesn't mean you won't make a lot. It's just right now, starting out, it may be a little difficult, right? Nobody knows you. So they don't know your car, right? And so for all those people who are sort of like, what is it that, what can I learn from you, or why can you provide me anything to help me as a Turo host? I'm a pro host. I'm a person who's been hosting Turo many times, and I make buku money and all this. It's not about the money. Like at the end of the day, is it really about the money? People are not like, people who get into business for the money, or people don't stay into business, because at the end of the day, you have expenses, you have your time, you have to figure things out. And I'm not saying money is not important, and that's one of the reasons why we get into Turo, but it shouldn't be your main focus, right? And you should not put yourself at risk of losing your primary vehicle. And maybe you shouldn't even consider financing a vehicle, right? Could you earn enough income to pay outright cash for a vehicle? Probably. What are vehicles nowadays? Like used vehicles? It doesn't have to be the fanciest car. But like if I'm making on a 10-year-old car, making like $600 a month on average, and it's paid off cash on cash, yeah, I get the expenses here and there. But like I could save up that money, put a down payment, a larger down payment on another car, or just pay it outright in cash, find a good deal, maybe grow the fleet slowly. And then now I have two cars. Then you could have two cars making $600 a month. That's $1,200. Do the same thing. Save up the cash. Invest wisely. Maybe grow your income elsewhere. And just like slowly grow your business. It's a side business to me. Like I personally believe it's like more of like a side business. So I'm not quitting my day job, and I would not recommend anybody else quit their day job to do Turo. So treat it like a side income. It's like a Uber. It's like a gig economy. It's like an Airbnb. Are you going to quit your job if you have a property, and are you going to rent out your own house for Airbnb? Or are you going to buy a second house? Buy a smaller second house, try it out, figure it out, go out there and start making money, trying to figure out the platform, learn as much as you can. And then could you go out there and get another property? Yeah, absolutely. So anyways, wanted to make this video really talking about, is it worth it? And it can be, right? My short answer is it can be worth it for those with the right mindset. But for those who are just trying to like get rich quick and just skyrocket to the top, buy all these vehicles and just rent out these Lamborghinis and these, nice vehicles for hundreds of dollars a day. Like, unless you already have that, or unless you're rolling in dough, right? You gotta have some sort of like realistic expectation of what it's like to get into the Turo business. Once again, I'm not saying I'm an expert in Turo. I'm new, but this is my experience, and this is what I've dealt with. And so, take it with what it is. And I hope this helps somebody. So once again, Jonathan here, your local Turo host. And if you like this content, or you want to see more Turo content from a new Turo perspective, and how that sort of like journey has gone, check out my videos, subscribe to the channel, like this video, let me know in the comments. But until next time, I'll see you later. Thanks.